Most ensemble methods in data mining are going to be a little too complicated to do in Excel. However, we are able to replicate the process of an ensemble model using linear regression. So we're going to use Excel to just walk through how that might look. Now, we wouldn't really normally do this example in real life because we don't need to, but it's a great way to highlight how these techniques work in a very simple way so that you can get a better feel for how they might be applied in more complicated scenarios. So we're working with linear regression. We're going to be doing gradient boosting, which is a technique applied to a base model that creates a meta model. And to fit the model, we're going to do gradient descent. So we're applying basically a step to our model each time to make it converge. And then we'll tune the parameters of our meta model, and we'll do that by talking about the learning rate, or that step that I just mentioned, and the number of steps that we take. So in this particular example, we are using the linest function, which gives us the coefficients for a linear regression. So if we have this data set here of x and y, it looks like this plot here. And we use the linest function here. So if I cleared this out, I could show you how this works. Linest, we take our known y's, we take our known x's, and then it gives us both a and b. And if you look, I applied a fitted regression line to our data set and asked for the equation, and they match. So it returns the same results. Okay, so in order to perform our method here, we're going to start by taking the average value of the actual y's here. Then we're going to find the residuals, use linest to get a new a and b, and then we're going to fit those to new points. And then we're going to take the learning rate and subtract it from our F0s, and then use this to create new equations. So basically, we're creating a new regression using these new factors, and then we repeat that over and over until we get the final prediction. And our final predictions should converge to this 1.45 to 1.25. However, we're only going to do 2 rounds just to get a feel for how this works. We're not actually going to keep going and try to make it converge. So I have my x and y data here. As I mentioned, the average value of x or of y is going to be our f sub 0. So we'll go ahead and take that average value and then to get our residuals for the first round, we're simply going to subtract y from our new estimate. So when we do that, we can now create our new coefficients. And so we'll use linest again, where these are our new known y's, and then we have the same x's. And once we've done that, we can go ahead and use these values in our new equation. So we're going to take a sub 0 times x plus b 0. And so that's pretty straightforward. To get f1, we need to add in our step. So I've noted our step here so that we could change it if we wanted to, our step or our learning rate. And so we're going to take our F0, subtract our learning rate, and then multiply that by our A0 times X plus B. And all of these steps are also noted up above. Now we have our F1s, so we can calculate the difference between that and our actual Ys. As you can see, it's getting closer to the values. And then for our residual fit now, we are going to use these new coefficients, which we calculated using LINEST again, except now we're using the residual, our new residuals here. And so when we do that, we get our next iteration done. So then we could calculate F2 from here. So again, we would subtract the learning curve from F1 now instead of F0, and then plug in our coefficients into our y equals ax plus b equation. And so basically what we're doing is we're stacking linear regression models on top of each other over and over until they converge to our final prediction. And our final prediction is just going to be that y equals ax plus b. We have our coefficients because we know them because we ran the model before. So that would give us our most optimal line with our optimized coefficients. Okay, those are our final predictions. And if we were to plot this, you would see here's our original data set. And this is our optimized regression line right here. You can see when we first started with just the average values that we have this kind of flat line because they're all the same. And then we go through our first iteration and our regression line gets a little bit better. We go through another iteration, it gets a little bit better. And then eventually you get to the point where you have the most optimal regression line. And at that point, you're done. That's it. So for your homework, you're going to repeat this process on your own. However, you're going to have a slightly different data set, so the numbers don't match up quite exactly, and then you'll be making the same charts as well.